We're joined by Aditi Ashok after a outstanding final round. 9 under par, 63. Aditi, you set a career best with that score on the LPGA Tour. How good were you striking it today, and how good did it feel to put that round together?
Uh, I was putting really good. I think that's what helped. I made almost every chance I got. I made the putt, which was great. I wasn't hitting it as good as I wanted to. I feel like I was not in control the most of the time, so I was holding like 10, 20 footers, but still the putting worked, so it was a good day.
A career best, bogey-free. When you put it into perspective, how did it come about?
Yeah, I shot 62 once in European Q school, so I kind of had that feeling today, birdieing 3 of the first 5. And I feel like in the last few years, every time I've had a hot start, I haven't really, kept it going. I've kind of tried to guard the score, so I was just telling myself to not think about the score and just birdie every hole I can. And yeah, I mean, I was just trying to birdie every hole. Obviously, a couple holes, couple tees were moved up, and the drivable par 4 helped. But yeah, I think the aggressive mindset is what did it for me.
Steve?
I don't know that I've ever seen anyone shoot 63 and say, yeah, I didn't hit it that well. Um,
Yeah, I think I was kind of playing with a draw. Well, I was calling it a hook, but my dad was being nice. He was calling it a draw. But yeah, I was just turning the ball right to left a lot. And after a couple holes, I was just like, I just have to play with that today. And I think it worked well.
but that really speaks well for your putter, obviously. How many putts do you think you made that were normally ones you'd say, I should two putt here?
Yeah, I think a couple of them were like 25 feet, like close to 30 feet. I think the one on 17 was like 30 feet. That's not usual for me. Obviously, those you're just trying to make a two putt. And I think one on the front somewhere was kind of long as well. But apart from that, I was creating enough chances. Just yeah. So apart from that, they were all I think within 15 feet.
Now there are always days where you stand over a putt and you just think, well, yeah, I can make this. It looks like a bucket out there.
Yeah.
Was this one of those days?
No, I mean, almost. I'd say pretty close to one of those days. I still missed, I think, 3 putts, which were like 10 to 15 feet. So, I mean, when I think about that, if I just look at my percentage, 10 to 15 feet, I guess it's obviously great, but I still missed like 3 of them where, they were kind of similar putts that I'd had the whole day. So I'm greedy, so I feel like I should have made those 3 as well, but it was still a good putting day for me.
How many greens did you hit today? Do you know?
14.
14?
14, yeah. I think for me, hitting the greens is, what does it for me because I've always been a good putter, but it's just when you're putting for par, it's hard to make a score. So I think I've been working on hitting a lot of greens, and I did that at Gainbridge last week, and today, obviously, the last 2 days I could have done better, but I think that's a key for me going into this year.
And how do you take a round like this and build some momentum going forward?
Yeah, I think it's obviously I know I have it in me. I've finished 10 under over 3 days, so I know I had it. And when you think that nine of those birdies were just on one day, so I know I have the good scores in me. It's just about putting 3 or 4 good rounds together. And it's obviously, I'm playing with the best girls in the world, so it's obviously hard every week. But if I can just do my best, I think it's good enough out here. And I spent like 4 or 5 years thinking that my game wasn't as good, and I think a few years ago I wouldn't even think that a 63 was possible. But I think just that belief in myself that I can shoot low numbers on this tour is what's taking me forward.
What is your schedule going forward for the next month or so?
Thailand. I don't think I'm in Singapore, but Thailand, and then back to the West Coast.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, Aditi, if you could just talk about kind of the welcoming nature of Crown Colony, how you felt the members recepted us this week, and
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, it's different. I haven't played a lot in Florida, but I think this is one of the most unique courses I have played in Florida. It's short but firm, and the greens obviously felt different compared to like last week. I don't know what exactly the grass. Maybe it was different. I don't
It
know.
is. It's
It is.
paspalum. Yeah.
Yes, so that's what it was. Yeah, I don't know the technical term, but yeah, it felt different. So yeah, I think it was nice to play a different golf course, and I'm grateful to the members that they hosted us and made us feel welcome all week.
and then just to touch a little more on your schedule, where will you practice? How will you get ready for the Asian
Yeah,
events?
I'm going back to India to get my UK visa. So anyway, I got to go back for 3 weeks, and I think 3 weeks at home will be good. Get some good exercise in and some practice in. I feel like my short game wasn't as sharp these last 2 weeks, so maybe I work on that a little bit and then head to Thailand and then San Diego and Chevron.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's not like going from here to Miami. I mean, going
No,
from
no,
here
it's
to
going
India
home,
to Thailand.
yes.
I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
hopping.
Yeah, but I mean, this was always going to be like a 2-week trip, so
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 weeks off, so I guess it's not too bad.
Right.
I guess I'm used to it by now. That's what it is.
Thank you, Aditi.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.